Hey everyone! So today we're going to be talking about eyebrows, everything you've ever wanted to know and everything I've ever learned about eyebrows. So to begin with, let's talk about how to plan out where you're going to begin your brow, where you're going to end your brow, and where your arch should be. And this is totally simple. I feel like everyone's seen this at some point or another. Basically, you're going to follow the lines of your face, and one of the lines you're going to follow is the outside of your nostril up to the inner corner of your eye and then up. And this is where your brow should begin. Then for finding your arch, another good line to follow is the outside of your nostril to the outside of the iris and then up. Or you can do this by directly looking in a mirror and finding the outside of your pupil and going directly up. And then for where your brow ends, you're going to want to follow the line from your nostril to the outside corner of your eye all the way up to the end of your brow. So if you follow those lines, you're going to create a perfectly proportioned brow for your face. I know that, we've heard that a million times and it's still very difficult to find the right shape for your eye. So let's talk about the different shapes. Okay, basically there are a couple different ways you can look at how you can design your eyebrows. You really need to keep your natural eyebrow shape in mind, and your natural eyebrow shape is really easy to follow. It's basically whatever is on the top of your brow. So for me, my natural shape is flat and then slightly curved and then it goes down. I think most people's are the same. My best friend actually has a super angular defined arch, which is absolutely beautiful. It looks amazing on her. So yeah, just be cautious, be considerate of what your natural brow shape is, and then from there you can also pick if you want to have a very angular look or if you want a soft, kind of more romantic feminine look. And both are incredibly flattering on people. It just depends what you're the most comfortable with, and then also what you think about your face. If you have a kind of softer, doughier, round face like I do, creating a more angular defined brow will make your face appear thinner and more structured. On the other hand, if you have really angular features, really intense cheekbones or a jawbone, or even a nose, creating softer lines is really going to bring a lot of softness and femininity to your eyes. So keep that in mind. Now let's quickly talk about some mistakes that women make when doing their eyebrows. Of course, number one is over plucking. Recently, over the past couple of years, a natural, luscious, full brow shape has been all the rage, and I think it is the most flattering for most faces. I think it frames your eyes much better. I think it makes your face look a lot thinner and more toned. So I would tend to recommend that you go with your natural full eyebrow. For me, I don't have a lot of hair on my eyebrows. I've been growing out my eyebrows for months now, and this is the best I can get. So it does take me a lot of filler to actually get a, beautiful, clean, full shape. But yeah, so over plucking is kind of a no-no. And the second biggest mistake, I think, maybe this is the first, I take issue with this, which I shouldn't, but I do not like eyebrows that are shaped like sperm. I think it's not attractive. I don't think it's appealing at all. And I think the reason that there are so many women with eyebrows that look like sperm is because we're confusing the word arch with an arc. Instead of taking this point, your arch, as a peak and then tapering down, we try to create an arc starting here and then have our arch point be the center point of our arc. Does that make sense? When in reality, what you really want to aim for is keeping the same thickness throughout this entire area up until your arch, and then you want to see it taper off. So there really shouldn't be much plucking going on here at all. If you have a couple stray hairs, absolutely. Otherwise, put down the tweezers and let your brow grow in naturally. A lot of times it will seem really severe and harsh at first because you're not used to seeing yourself with a full brow, but I promise, take some pictures, put them away, come back to them in a week and look at them, and I can almost guarantee you're really gonna like how your face looks with a fuller brow. So I would recommend giving that a shot. Put down the tweezers and stop arching or arcing your brows. Just enjoy the natural shape that God gave you and don't try to alter it. Also, another tip, you really don't want to touch this area up here. You don't want to like alter or define your shape in any way at the top of your brow. You want to save all of the designing and shaping for underneath your brow. If you have any stray hairs up here, I recommend getting them with like a little razor, something like this, just kind of to clean it up, but you don't want to like start your shape up here. It's a good shape that you were given, I promise. Okay, so, you know, basically, whew, it is very warm in my room right now. I'm like sweating. Okay, so there are a couple tools you can use when actually doing your brows. Of course, there's classic tweezer, and I just have like lacrosse tweezers. I think they're really good. They kind of get in there and like grab everything that I need them to. And then you can use something like this, which is this little razor. Works totally fine. It's like if you like to do your brows on an almost daily basis, but you don't want a lot of time, you don't want a lot of pain, this is perfect. It keeps your brows looking awesome. Yeah, no pain. As long as you're like good with your hands and not overzealous about it, works perfectly. And then you can also use something like this, which is one of these little trimmer things. And you can use it with a guide just to shorten your hairs a little bit. Be cautious with this, because if you slip, it's going to take a while for your eyebrows to look good again. And then also be cautious with this. The shorter you cut your hairs, the less they're going to show up. So, you know, just be a little cautious of that. But otherwise, this is a great tool. Okay, so let's say that you're on a quest to redesign your eyebrows and you're not quite sure what to do. I would recommend, possibly, if you're up for it, looking into some sort of a brow stencil. Now I have this. This is the Brow Express by Anastasia. She's like the fancy lady who does like everybody in Hollywood's eyebrows. She's amazing. This kit, ugh, not so much. It was a lot of money. I think it was like close to $50 at Ulta. It comes with 2 brow powders, a highlighter, and a wax for your brows, but it also comes with stencils, and this is actually why I bought it, which was kind of stupid because then I found out that Ardell makes like $5 stencils, but basically what they are is like little pieces of plastic that have like a brow shape, and they have lines on them so you can like match it up with your brow and then you can fill them in. Okay, so what I would recommend doing if you're looking to redesign your brows is maybe get like a pack of like Ardell eyebrow stencils and try them on. Just put them up to your natural brow, fill them in with brow powder or a pencil, leave them, see how you like them, take a step back, take a couple minutes, chill out, relax, because they're totally going to freak you out at first, but then you're going to realize, oh my gosh, my face looks so much better like this. True story. Okay, so then what you do is anywhere that you haven't colored in, anywhere that doesn't fit inside the stencil, does not get plucked. I know, it's going to be very difficult. It was for me to just like let it be, but that's kind of what you gotta do. And you know, to kind of get yourself prepared for this transition, feel free to fill in your brows like every day with a stencil until you're comfortable enough with the shape that you know you want to create. Filling in your brows like this, I think, will make it a lot easier not to overpluck, because you're not going to be freaking out that your brows look bad because you know that they were designed for you. And yeah, anyway, so I think that would be a good place to start. Also, sorry, this is like a lot to throw at you. I only have 10 minutes and it's a lot to talk about, but I'm going to have all this information on my blog, seriesofexperiments.com, and kind of some more tips, and then I'm going to have a bunch of stuff on how to define and color in and all that stuff your brows as well. So check that out, and check out the next video that's going to be about how to make your brows look good for every day. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.